So I'm fresh off a 4-day canoe trip that didn't go quite as planned. And now I'm in the big town of Blue River, British Columbia to catch my breath and live the good old-fashioned van life. So come along with me as we see what we can see, do what we can do, and find out just what Blue River has to offer. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. I'm currently in Blue River, BC, and that's not exactly where I would like to be, but I got off my canoe trip at Murtle Lake yesterday, spent the night next to the highway, and today I was planning to move on to Valemont, but there was a fire there yesterday and they had evacuated the town, which the evacuation order has been lifted. So I went there today to get some supplies, mostly groceries, and I was not 100% sure of the situation, but I figured it was best to just move on anyways. So now I'm here, I'm parked next to the railroad and also a park. So this is my hub for the trip. My life is also kind of in shambles, as if you look under here, you can see that shock. That shock has come loose on the bottom end, and unfortunately Blue River does not have any stores. Essentially, they don't even have a grocery store here. So last night I ate a bag of chips for dinner. Don't judge me. Yeah, so I can't fix that until I get onto Clearwater, because also in Valemont, the only hardware store in town was closed because it is a Sunday. So with that being said, I am trying to get my life back together, and I'm gonna go hang out in the park, gather my thoughts, and then figure out what I'm gonna do from there. I think we're gonna check out the lake. There's a playground with a baseball diamond over there. But this is Eleanor Lake. It's a pretty nice lake, but on the beach house there is a warning that says there might be swimmer's itch. So there are showers in there, cold showers, I might add. We'll see them later. Just in case you get swimmer's itch. But anyways, I'm going to go sit down in the park, gather my thoughts. We might have thunderstorms in the forecast. I've heard a lot of thunder the last few days, but I have not seen any lightning. Although Valemont, which is an hour away, there was a lightning started fire, I do believe, yesterday. So we might get thunder, hopefully no lightning or rain. Anyways, I just gotta relax. So as I sit in the park, I start to enjoy the slow life. As is the nature of these long road trips, some days are action-packed adventures, and others, you're literally just sitting in the park, watching the wind blow, where the only action is the thunder happening in the distance. Okay, so thunderstorms have seemingly passed. I think it's interesting that I think 4 out of the last 6 days or something like that, it has had thunder, but there has been no lightning nor rain. So anyways, I'm not complaining about that. But I am back in the van, and I want to talk a little bit more about my shock. So as you can see, it is just hanging there, and I'm kicking myself for not bringing spare bolts. If you look in my toolbox, I have all these spare nuts. Apparently it's possible to open. I have all these spare nuts, washers, and this one like comically large bolt, but I did not bring spare bolts. I almost certainly have a perfect size bolt in my garage in my spare bolt bin, and I'm annoyed that I did not bring it. But anyways, I'm not gonna be able to fix that because there are no part stores here. So that'll be a problem for another day once I get to Clearwater, and it's fine just leaving it hanging like that. But anyways, what I am gonna do, I'm getting ready to eat dinner in the park here. But before that, I'm gonna scope around some places that are potential spots to sleep tonight. So we're gonna go look around, and then we're gonna come back, make dinner in this park, and then, yeah, anyways, let's go look around. But first stop, we're gonna fill up my water jug just down here at the water spout, and then we're gonna go on our tour. As I head off for water, I do again want to acknowledge that this is in fact a slow day. People often cut out days like this from their highlight reels, but they are just as much a part of the van life as the glamorous days. And none of those good days can happen if you don't stay hydrated. Now I'm pretty much soaked. With my thirst quenched and my shirt soaked, I'm now off on our tour to find somewhere to sleep tonight. So first stop on the tour is right here. That was where I thought about doing the van life at first, but I realized it was very close to the railway station, which is an issue. We'll talk more about that later. So this was another candidate. I think it's like a pipeline, but it is a big empty parking lot. The problem here is you do have a little bit of shade, but the highway is right on the other side. So that's one problem with this one. But the thing is, in this town, you're either relatively close to the highway or you're gonna be relatively close to the railway. So you can pick and choose, but onwards. I'll show you how little there is in downtown here. Let's hop out here, and we're in downtown Blue River. There's pretty much a gas station convenience store here, and there's a hotel and a food shack down there, and way up there there's another restaurant, but it's pretty much nothing to this place. Like I said, I ate a bag of chips for dinner last night because I got off the canoeing, and I went here. It's the only shop in town. But I do like the statue in town is two bears fighting, which I think is pretty rad. And overall, the view of this place is pretty sweet. But anyways, there is a parking lot over here that I actually did spend the night that I'll show you before we head back to for dinner in the park. So this is actually the parking spot that I spent last night in. You can see it ain't much, but for the van life, it was pretty sweet. You can see the highway from here. It's not very far away, but I found I was tucked out far enough away, and the highway's not that busy, and I'm cocooned pretty tightly inside, that this was actually a great spot to spend last night. And there actually is a pretty good chance I spend tonight here again. Oh, here we go. So that's approximately how loud it is. But like I said, when I'm cocooned inside at night, I didn't hear traffic at all last night, if I'm honest with you. Anyways, let's go back by the railroad tracks and have some dinner in the park. As I headed back to the park for dinner, I did find one more potential spot that I thought was worth checking out. Feel free to let me know which one you would choose in the comments. And this was actually the final fourth option of places I could stay, but it is a little weird because it is right next to a cemetery and it just doesn't feel right. But I know some people, like maybe yourself, are into that. It kind of freaks me out and it feels a little weird to be in a cemetery when I could easily be close to the highway. So that's probably what I'm going to choose. But anyways, let's go have dinner in the park. Okay, so we're making tacos. I got my stove all set up and I got my food all ready to go to be prepped. I got some green onions. This one looks like it took some damage in the van, so I don't know how much I'm going to get out of it, if anything. And I got some onions, taco seasoning, tortillas, ground beef. I'm excited. So as I mentioned earlier, I was in Blue River to catch my breath after a big 4-day canoe trip on Murtle Lake, which I do highly recommend watching those videos. Also like and subscribe. Anyways, after 4 days of eating freeze-dried meals from a bag, oh yeah, then an even worse post-paddle meal of chips from a bag, these tacos in the park are absolutely gonna hit hard, and I'm fired up about it. Now let's eat. Okay, we are officially ready to eat. Got my taco meat, tortilla. These are yellow corn and wheat tortillas. I have no way of heating them up and they are falling apart. Pretty good though. Yeah. Some meat. We got coleslaw. Mix of the cabbage. There we go. And that is a Vanlife in the park tortilla. Kind of falling apart though, but very good. Genuinely the best meal I've had in days. Got a hair in it. Still good. That was so good. Has me licking my fingers, even though my fingers are so dirty. Living the van life. Anyways, I need some more tacos. Hanging out. It is getting kind of dark. It's not getting dark. It's on the verge of getting dark. The sun is going down. So I was gonna eat these tacos, hang out in the park. That's what we do, living the van life. So from there, I ate enough tacos to fill the hole that 4 days canoeing left behind. Then I watched the sunset over the lake, and then as it got dark, I got back in the van and drove to my desired parking spot for the night. Well, good morning. It is, oh man. Anyways, good morning. It is like 9 a.m. and I've just been laying down here for a while because I'm in no hurry. I have not a lot to do. Anyways, with that being said, I am about to head to the public bathrooms because I gotta poop. So I will show you the facilities so you can imagine the life of luxury that I'm living. So that's our next stop. So I roll out of my spot and head back to Eleanor Lake for the final time. I spent 2 nights in that spot and it served me well. It certainly wasn't glamorous, but it got the job done. And I wasn't visited by any ghosts, which I can't say for sure wouldn't have happened if I did stay at that cemetery spot. So for that reason alone, I think I made the right choice. Okay, we are at the public bathrooms. Right there. And actually, this parking spot that I'm in looks like not a bad spot to van life camp at, except it's right by this train tracks. And quite a few times I've seen the train literally stop blocking that crossing, and then the arms are down. It just ding, 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 ding. And it would be an absolute nightmare if you were camped right there. Anyways, I do have to go to the bathroom. So here we go, full tour of the bathroom. I got the dirty and cold showers. We got a couple urinals, sink, not even a mirror, so I can't even fix my hair without doing a selfie cam. We got a couple changing rooms and a couple bathrooms. We're using the big one. No, I'm on camera. That would be distasteful. I'll use the regular old bathroom stall. Oh, it doesn't really. It's a two-hand lock.
At this point, you know what I did. And then I used the bathroom to freshen up the rest of the way. I brushed my teeth, fixed my hair, and if somehow you're still watching this video, I am going to reward you with a little paddle on Eleanor Lake.
Okay, we are officially on the shores of Eleanor Lake. I have the canoe out behind me all ready to go. Normally I would not take my canoe off the roof of my van for a lake this small. But when you're in Blue River and you spend a couple days van lifing next to Eleanor Lake, you have no choice but to go canoeing on it. So yeah, that's literally exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out in the canoe, I'm gonna putt around for probably 45 minutes an hour. I feel like these clouds look a little bit ominous, and they are calling for thunderstorms and potentially rain starting at noon or 1 or something like that, which has been the time that the weather has picked up every day, which is kind of an inconvenient time right in the middle of the day. But that being said, we're just gonna putt around here for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the van, grab some lunch, whatever. I don't know if you can hear that train. It's actually pretty crazy how loud the trains are in this area. Up by the van, it was ding, 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 ding. And then they're coming by and honking the horn. Whatever. It is what it is. That's life out here in small town BC. Anyways, let's go canoeing.
And here we go, paddling on Eleanor Lake. As I said earlier, I know this video wasn't necessarily glamorous, but neither was Blue River. But ultimately, that's exactly what I needed. Somewhere to slow down, catch my breath, and get ready for the next adventure. Not every place can be the big city, and not every day can be the big adventure. But everywhere and every day has its place. Whether it's on my journey or yours, everything will find its place. And Blue River certainly did for me. It fit perfectly in my ebb, allowing my later flow. And I fit perfectly here while I was. It was the match I didn't know I needed, but did. With all that being said, my time in Blue River has to come to an end. And with that, I'm on to the next one. Peace.